Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Messy hair day, if I've ever seen one, right? So I'm gonna come at you guys here with a tutorial. It's gonna be a really cool tutorial, something that I've never done before. Well, I haven't used this base before. Don't mind my hair, y'all. I'm getting a haircut and a reperm tonight, so we gotta deal with it for the next couple hours. So we're gonna be using this really cool thing. It is metal, and then it is a angel wings. So these, I added the foam already. All I did was cut a piece of foam. I wired it on there. I use a piece of foam underneath the wire too to keep the thing from breaking through the floral foam. I attached in the back. I added a little bit of hot glue along the edges as well, kind of like so. And we're gonna use that to stick all our florals in, and then we're gonna put a bow up on here so you won't be able to see that ugliness. This is a wire angel wing, and it is roughly about 18 inches. It's 18 inches height, and it is about 15 inches wide. So not 18 by 15. And I got this at White Bayou Reefs and Supply. You can shop using my affiliate link. It is buylikemax.com. I'll have all my affiliate links in the description box below. If you guys use those links, it helps me out, and it also helps you get your supplies as well. So I'm gonna pull you guys down even some more. If you guys can even go down anymore, I'm gonna move my iPad out of the way. I don't have to read comments. We're not watching Facebook. And we're gonna get started. So what I'm basically gonna be doing with this is gonna be a traditional Christmas design. I don't really want this to be too crazy. We don't really want our, we really don't want our angel wings to be covered too much. Otherwise, it wouldn't really make any sense to have, I don't want this brown, to use a base like this if you're not gonna see any of the actual angel wings. So let me find some moss. I think that this will work. I just like to cover up my stuff. Looks a little crispy. Looks like it must be the end of the pack. So I just use moss to cover up my mechanics, like my wires, foam, all that kind of a stuff. It gives it a neater look. You really probably won't see too much of the foam after we're done designing anyways, but in case for whatever reason you can see some of it, the foam or the moss will help us with that. So I'm using wire floral pins to keep the moss in. You can get these at any craft store. I get a big box on Amazon. I think it's like 2,000 of them for like less than $20, and they last me a while. Okay, so I like to do this before because it's a lot harder to have to cover up all the moss and put moss in after you have all your florals, because you have to sit there and go around them all. So just, you don't need too many of them. I'm just gonna kind of contain everything, and then be done. This should be a super easy project. It shouldn't take us too long. We're done with that. So I'm gonna just take this over the garbage can a little bit, shake it out, and then there's a couple longer pieces I'm just gonna trim off. Like so, okay? Clean up our mess, otherwise you know me, I'll have it everywhere. And then we'll get to some designing. So what I want to do is go in with our floral, or our greenery first, and then we'll add our bow at the end. That way we don't have to sit there and work around our bow. And then at the end, after we add our bow, we'll go in and we'll add a couple more greeneries to fill in around the bow where it needs it, okay? So I'm going to use my pick machine right here. This is a pick machine. What it does is it attaches a metal pick to the end of your floral, which helps give you a more of a secure, sharper object to poke into your item. It also gives it a little bit of a longer base if you need it to be a little bit longer. And I got mine on samsclub.com. cheapest I could find it. Okay, what we want to do now, take that. I have a hot glue skillet right over to my left. Your guys is right. It's just basically a skillet, an electric skillet that you'd be baking your stir fry or your eggs or whatever in. And all it has is, instead of food, it's got hot glue. You use it just like you would making food. And it just melts your hot glue, and it gives it a lot easier of a way to dip your florals in than have to sit there and pipe hot glue using a glue gun. But it's definitely not a necessity if you don't do many floral designs, but I do a lot, so it's one of my favorite things, because although I love my glue gun, this makes it a whole lot easier than having to drip and do all that with the glue gun. Be careful when you're stabbing in these picks there, because if they do go, they are sharp, and if they can cut your finger really easily. So basically, this is what I'm doing, is I'm basically just going out. I'm not gonna go up and down because our bow tails are gonna be, and our bow's gonna be up here. You won't see this very much. It's kind of just gonna be coming out the sides of our bow in the middle, and then this will all be seen. We want this to be seen, otherwise it doesn't really pay for us to have used an expensive item like this if you're not gonna see it, right? So I'm gonna just use all different types of greenery. This is gonna be really simple. You can make this as an everyday design and use it where your customer, or you, if you're making this for yourself, could keep this up year round. I'm gonna do Christmas with it because I love it. I'm using some of this frosted eucalyptus, and I just like, this is a pick where I can push up all the little stems all the way to the top to give me more coverage. And I think I'm gonna just do one of those right here in the middle. Like I said, y'all, you're gonna be surprised how easy this is gonna be. We aren't gonna be adding a whole lot to this. This isn't gonna be one of your designs where you add like a million different items into it. It's gonna be very, very simple. I don't even care if I kind of want to see a little bit of this metal there. So it's gonna be mainly just greenery, and then I have a couple things of berries to add in here, but otherwise, y'all, it's gonna be very, very simple. Nothing crazy. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of this greenery. Most of this greenery came from either Hobby Lobby or Joann Fabrics. And then I'm just gonna kind of use this as a little bit of a filler, just to kind of give us a new little bit of a texture. I break all my greeneries apart if I don't want to use the whole entire base or whole entire pick. I just break it apart, you guys. Cut it at different points, and you'll be set. Okay, that one's a little too long. I want to make sure they're all the exact same height, so that way at the end, one side isn't longer than the other. You want them to be identical. There's a word for that, but I can't think of it right now, y'all. So, I'm making this on Tuesday. It's a Tuesday before Thanksgiving, so hopefully I can have this video up by tonight or tomorrow, which would be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And if you're seeing this before Thanksgiving, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Drop a comment of what your favorite Thanksgiving food is. And if you're watching this like a year from now or 6 months from now, let me know what your favorite Thanksgiving food is yet, right? Get you looking forward to the next coming up year Thanksgiving. Mine would have to be probably green bean casserole. I think my mom makes the green bean casserole for our family. Oops. Y'all, that one didn't work. Okay. Be careful with these little stems. I think we're just going to use one of these that already have a little of a stem in them. The one fell out, and I didn't really want it to just, because I knew it was going to fall out eventually. So I went in and I was going to add a little bit more of a stem to it. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to add a little bit of berries. Like I said, this isn't going to be anything too crazy. These berries came off of a pick. Not really sure. I think it came from Hobby Lobby. There was a bunch of greenery and berries and all sorts of things on it, and I used a lot of the greenery, but I had these berries left, and I said, and I thought, why not use them? But you can buy berries in all over the place. Any store during Christmas time should have some berry picks. The Dollar Tree, I think, even has berry picks. You could do this with Dollar Tree products as well. So I just want to kind of see where I'm going to add them before I go in and add them. So we're going to add this guy right into here a little bit. I use my pliers sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm in your guys' way with my head. You're probably yelling on camera, get your head out of the way. Okay, y'all, this isn't working. How about we go like this? We're gonna use the pick machine. Okay. Y'all, let me know also in the comments, what is your favorite things to watch me make? Do you guys love watching me make wreaths, little Dollar Tree DIYs, little simple projects like this? If you've seen my last tutorial, my last video on my page, I did a Christmas hot chocolate mug like gift set idea that you can use for craft shows. You can also use it as a gift to give to family members, coworkers, teachers, your the bus driver, your boss, any person that you want to give a gift to, but you don't want to go out and spend $1 million on them. Because y'all, sometimes we like to give our coworker something, but we don't want to go out and spend $50 on each coworker, especially if you've got 15, 20 of them. But like those little things that I made, I charged $7 for them, but to make it, it's probably right around $3. So a little $3 gift that you made by hand is super, super, super awesome, and you can use it. So go check out that video if you're not already watched that video. It's like a super easy tutorial, and I show you guys what I do, and it's pretty much made using Dollar Tree stuff. So go out and check it out, and give that video a big like, and comment below what you thought of it. Any engagement on my videos, y'all, helps me out a lot. Like you guys know, I'm a teen little entrepreneur here in my basement, making up this business. So it's all me. It's only me. I'm the only person here. So I don't have a whole crew here. So it helps get my business out there. So I greatly appreciate it. And if you're a small business owner, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your business is. Let me know what you do as a business. And I would love to check it out. If you got a YouTube channel, I would love to check it out. Okay, so we added a couple berries there. Now, like I said before, what we do to one side, we do to the other. Doesn't have to be exactly, but try to make it pretty close. I had this one in the middle. I like things being symmetrical, especially when you're doing a design like this. You could have made a little swag by hand and then just added it to yourself. Like, you could have just wired the pieces together, kind of, and then attached it with wire. You wouldn't have had to use the foam, but I kind of liked the foam to be able to use in my design. So you could have put things together, layered things together. You could have went out and bought like 2 little small picks and stuck them together. For instance, I don't think I have any on me, but they sell like picks with like berries and bells and bows and stuff already on them sometimes, and all you have to do is basically just take them and wire them together, stick a bow in the middle, and call it a day. Okay, we're gonna just go in here in the back, I think, and just add a little bit more greenery back here, just to kind of tie it all together. Sometimes I like to have something in the back that kind of just is a little bit longer than the rest of our design, and that kind of fills it in in the end. So all I'm gonna do is that, and then we're gonna make a quick, simple bow. This is gonna be kind of like a This is kind of more of a rustic design, so it's not going to be anything crazy. I didn't really have too much rustic, so this is what we've got so far. I don't know if y'all can see that. And then right in the middle is where our bow is going to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my Easy Bow Maker out. You could buy a bow if you already have a bow. You could add a poinsettia. Like, if you really didn't want to make a bow, you could have went like this. Let me find... these might not be the exact, like, you might need to pick something a little bit different than this. It might not be the exact color or style, but you could find a poinsettia of a sort and just added it right here into the middle, kind of like so, if you wanted to, and call that a day. You could go in with a red. I don't know if these are not exactly like, I'd probably pick something a little bit more country, rustic. I feel like they've got some really cool like check buffalo, like not buffalo check, but more like red and tan type stuff at Hobby Lobby that I have seen. But what we're gonna do for this is we're gonna go in with these three. So my only I have got a range. I can't decide which one I would like. I don't know. I kind of don't like the glitter in there, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough of this ribbon. So if I have enough, I'm gonna use it. I'm not gonna do tails with this ribbon, just because I think it's gonna be too much. So we're gonna do tails with our other ribbon, but I just want to see if a 4-inch loop is gonna be way too big. So I think we're gonna go in with more of like a 5-inch loop. Just kind of make sure you measure before you try, because it's a lot easier just to be able to kind of fix it before you started it. I still think that's a little big. Maybe like a 4.5-inch loop. Okay, let me just try it, y'all. I think that will work. You don't want it to butt up right next to your design. So I don't know how much of this I have left. I'm hoping I've got enough to do. I'm thinking I'll have enough to do 2 loops on each side. I'm hoping. I like to do 2 loops with this. Yes, I think I'm gonna have enough, y'all. I keep on thinking, I hope my head's not in the way of your guys' video. Sometimes I forget when I'm designing that my head is kind of always in the way, I feel like. Okay. So there's our bow with that ribbon. What you can do is you can bring them up kind of like so and up like so, and kind of just, it's called the butterfly method, and just the bunny ear method or butterfly method wing, just to kind of make sure that your ribbons are the exact same size on each side. Sometimes I like to get a little off. Then we're gonna go in with this burlap ribbon. We're gonna do tails with this one, just because I want something to kind of hang down. I'm gonna do like, I don't know, like a foot or 2 down. We can always switch that here in a second. I'm debating right now if I should do 2 loops or 1 loop and then do the next one with 2 loops. I think I'm gonna only do 1 because I don't want this bow to get real big on me. And then I'm just gonna cut my tails a little bit longer. I wanna curl them at the end, but it's a lot easier just to cut them off a little bit later than have to add more to them, but you definitely can. And then we've got this really fun, simple ribbon with these little reindeer and trees on them. And it all kind of coordinates with each other. And we're gonna do 2 loops with this one. This ribbon, because it's directional, you're gonna have to do a little bit of maneuvering, same thing. I just like take them and I just retwist them one more time. That way our print is going the same way. And then it's gonna go opposite here. or here it's gonna work out for us. I wanna just make sure that I have even tails. There we go. Come in a little bit. Twist again, every time you come in the middle, you're gonna twist there. And then you're gonna take this one. You're only gonna twist, the only reason you're twisting this one is because of the fact that it has, I'm actually gonna twist it the opposite way. That way it doesn't get all messed up like it did before, okay? And then we're gonna line those up together. Twist, again, so that your ugly side of your ribbon is facing upwards, so that way when you bring it back around, it's not ugly anymore, right? And then I like to take my, my ribbon, and I like to do like a bunny loop twist, and I bring it through like that. You'll see why I did that in a second. It's kind of gonna get a little screwed up here. Here, what am I doing? I'm messing this thing up. You're gonna take it, wrap it around your finger, and then come back through. Stick this in here like so. You don't want it as long, so you're gonna kind of just bring it back as long as you need it, okay? Bring it down, and that's gonna create your center loop. That way, usually I just create another center loop and then I just bring, but then the tail sometimes will come back this way and it'll look a little funky, and I don't really like the look of that. So I just do that, and then my zip tie, when I put it through the middle here, will keep that center loop kind of there and not be able to move very much like it was trying to, like it tries to do. I zip tie all my bows so that way I know it's not going anywhere. And then I'm gonna take a white pipe cleaner. You could use wire. I think pipe cleaners sometimes are a little bit easier to get a hold of and whatnot. So then we have our bow. Let me just roll this ribbon back up before I fling it every which direction. So if you don't know how to make a bow, there's plenty of videos on YouTube, or I also have some on mine, or you can watch this one over. I love this, this bow maker. It's called the Easy Bow Maker, EZ Bow Maker. They actually just came out with a brand new bow maker too. That's super, super cool. Okay, for whatever reason, these don't look like they're gonna line up. These tails right here, y'all, look a little too big for what I need. They're looking a little crazy. So what I'm gonna do, just gonna cut this, and I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna shove it back in my bow maker. Sometimes it gets wonky like that. That's why I like to check the measurements, but sometimes it still likes to get crazy on me. So we're gonna just unravel that. Now y'all get to see that sometimes I'm not perfect either. We're not all perfect, but it's an easy fix, right? Okay, twist and then measure. Okay, now they're the same size, but now what you want to do is you want to retwist it. Bring it back like so, and then bring your tail over like that, and then now we're gonna sit there and we're gonna go in there with our zip tie. And now gotta remember where I put all my zip ties, y'all. I took all my zip ties, actually I think I have some over here. I took them to an install the other day and I didn't unpack them yet. I was hoping this video could be shorter, but we're almost done. Almost done. If I didn't have so many bow problems, right? Okay, so now our bow is looking mighty fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna come back here and cut that end off. I didn't want to cut it off before because otherwise it gets really crazy, and sometimes you lose it and then you can't, it kind of, your ribbon likes to slip out of the maker or your tail at the end. So now is when you kind of got to come in here. It's called fluffing. It's very important when you're making a bow. If you don't fluff your bow, no matter how perfect your bow looks in your bow maker, it is not going to look anything. You can fluff your bow in your bow maker and kind of get an idea for it, and then you're going to obviously have to fluff it again once you get it out of your bow maker. But I just do it all at the end because then I don't have to sit there and worry about it. Otherwise, you have to sit there and worry about your bow maker. I don't know why, but this tail is really making me mad. Might have to use some little bit of a hot glue here, y'all. Oh, that got a little hot, y'all. No wonder why they call it hot glue, right? Y'all are probably laughing at me now. Hot glue will just seep right through anything, y'all. It'll get ya. I'm kind of used to it now, y'all. It doesn't really usually faze me. That one was a little hotter than normal, though. It just seems that this loop is so much longer than the rest. Okay. We're gonna add a little bit more hot glue in here, y'all. I might go back in and fix the bow after we get it done with our project. That way y'all don't have to sit here and watch me struggle with making a bow. Usually, y'all, I've got no problem. If you watch me on Facebook, which if y'all are not really already following my Facebook page, go on over. It's called MB Crafts. It's not Creations like it is here on YouTube. It's MB Crafts, which is my business name. I just couldn't use crafts on YouTube when I started my YouTube channel for whatever reason. I don't know, but it's fine. We're fine without it. Oh, y'all know what I forgot to do before? I didn't add my... Let me see if I can get my wire in here. When I retook it out, I never added my pipe cleaner. But I think I can get a wire through there. It's gonna come through the back a teeny bit, but that's fine. Okay. Okay. Let me pull you guys up a teeny bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just getting my pipe cleaner, or my wire through the back of my bow there. Okay. Then we're going to take our little thingy and we're going to attach our bow. So what I'm going to do is just bring it right through our florals here, right through our stems, right through the back, and right through that little, there's little holes back here. If you can see, they're going to come right out these, this one's going to give me a struggle, because that's what they like to do, y'all. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to bring our bow right down into the center here. Like I said, we might have to go back in here in a second to kind of fix our and get our back here. There's a couple of these. Be careful with these, y'all. These are the ends of my floral stems before poking through the back. and they are really sharp in the back, and you don't want those back there because they can poke your customer's door, so, or wall, or whatever your customer puts this on. Okay, then we're gonna just wire this through the back. I like to also take a little pliers and really get in there and twist it, making sure it's on nice and tight. Okay, cut the extra wire off and bend it back, and I'll also go in the end and I'll add a little bit of hot glue to the tip of that wire just to soften up. There's also a little hanger back here, I don't know if you guys can see it right here, that can be hung on your wall. Okay, then what I do is I go in here and I fluff my ribbons like so. Make sure, again, like I said, they're even on both sides. You wouldn't have had to add a bow like I showed you before. You could have added a poinsettia, you could have added an ornament, anything. You could have added anything, really, y'all. The possibilities are endless. I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna dovetail my ribbons the same length, and I'm going to just take them and roll them up a little bit. Roll this one up a little bit too, not as much though. This one I roll up a teeny bit more than the other one, just to kind of give it a little bit more of a symmetry, just a little bit more of a fun look to it. Okay, and then you're gonna have to go in and adjust your bow again, like I said before, kind of get your tails and your loops to your liking. But otherwise, y'all, let me pull you guys up here, don't mind my hair. And otherwise, y'all, there's our design. Isn't that so pretty? Super simple. Our little berries here are a little lost. We get them out of there so they can kind of poke out a little bit in the back right there. Some of them here, you might have to go in and adjust your greenery there in a little bit. This loop right here is kind of giving me frustration, but we'll figure it out. But otherwise, y'all, thank you guys for joining me. I don't want to be on here any more longer than I am, because otherwise it's really difficult for YouTube to upload my videos when they're super long. Plus, I know you guys don't want to watch a 1,000-minute video of me struggling to make a bow. Otherwise, you guys, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm trying to get on here more than I was. I know I took like a couple months off, more like a half a year off, but it's fine. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Make sure you guys drop a comment in the comment box below. Let me know what your favorite Thanksgiving food is. If you have a business or a crafty page, let me know. If you make, maybe you don't have a business but you make stuff, let me know what you make. And also let me know if you have any video requests or what you guys love watching, so that way I know what to make, because I'm here to have you guys enjoy it, and I want to be making videos that you guys enjoy. Okay, give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and I'll talk to you guys all very, very soon. Bye bye, everyone.